Hey guys, welcome back to the second now episode of the FAQ for trading, the frequently asked questions for trading. I liked doing the first one so much I decided to do another one today. This time on a topic that I think not many people have touched upon, but this is going to be very cool. The topic I want to talk about is the signs, the signals that you know that you are in a bad trade, but you still refuse not to let go of that trade. So I'm going to discuss with you how you can know that you are now in a bad trade and you should be looking to exit that trade. So when you get into a trade, of course you go through your process planning, right? So you've done your due diligence, you looked at the filings, you did everything you needed to do. And that's why you entered the trade. So I'm going to assume that you just didn't automatically enter a trade because you have boredom or anything. So let's discount that. Let's not talk about, the bad trades in terms of the unplanned trades. So I'm going to talk about the planned trades. You plan to get into this trade. You did your homework, you did all you needed to do, and you said, this is a good trade. And then you entered the trade. Now, what are the signals and the signs that, dude, it's a bad trade, but you refuse to let it go? The very first sign is this. This is what I noticed about myself. So the only thing I can talk about is myself. But these are very good examples that I know that I'm already screwed up in the trade, that I should be exiting the trade. The first sign is this, guys. I am digging further into filings to find out reasons why I should still be in the trade. Okay, that's a very key thing. When you are starting to look for more information to try to convince yourself that the trade that you are in, that is currently not working, obviously, you're down on the trade, but you are now looking for additional information to convince yourself that you are correct and that you should have conviction and all the stuff to be still holding that trade. So what I do is this. Then I start looking at other filings. I go, you see, back on this filing, it said this and this. And so I was like, see, I was right. They were tricking me. So a big sign for me when I know I'm screwed up is when I'm looking for reasons to hold the trade. And the reasons could be anywhere. I'm like trying to manufacture reasons to hold the trade. Looking through filings, going on Twitter, looking at other people, what they're writing, what they're thinking, whatever it may be. So basically you're convincing yourself. I'll give you an example. It's just like when you are in a bad relationship with a girl or guy, and you're giving yourself reasons as why someone's doing something horrible to you. Oh, it's never because they're at fault, because of this, that. So basically you're making excuses for bad behavior. It's the same thing with trading, guys. You've done your initial homework. The trade is not working out. You should stop and exit and try to look for an exit. You do not look for additional information to try to keep you in the trade. So that's the first sign that I know that my trade is going bad, when I have to go back and do additional research. It's funny, right? It's like a lot of times I enter a trade because it's a technical trade. So a lot of times it's because, okay, I didn't do much research on the filing because it's meant to be a short-term intraday trade, like a scalp or whatever. But when the scalp turns into, now I'm holding a position, it's no longer a scalp because I'm wrong and I'm waiting for it to come back. It becomes a prayer. I'm praying and it goes back. Then I start looking at filings. So that's another clue. If you're if you're just simply scalping because you're trying to channel trade or shorting a resistance or buying a bounce, just do a quick flip. And when that flip does not work out, now you're starting to look at filings. That's a big sign that you are wrong and you need to exit. So once again, it goes back to you are trying to find excuses to hold the stock. It happens all the time, guys. You go in for a quick scalp, next thing you know, you're bag holding, and now you become basically the expert in the filings of the stock. And that's a big sign that you're wrong, okay? Whenever you're looking for a reason to hold, you're wrong. That research should have been done prior to you entering the stock. And so it becomes your mind games and all that stuff, okay, guys? And so this is why you need a trading accountability buddy. Once again, any mental issues can be helped by having an accountability buddy who's going to snap you into place and say, "Pal, what are you doing? This is meant to be a day trade, a scalp. The technicals are not there anymore. Do not look into fundamentals now to try to turn a technical trade into a fundamentals trade. Okay? That's very key, guys. Okay? Happy trading.